talked last week, Tom, about the boom week for New Zealand golfers. It continues. Lids and Stephen Alco this week. Do it again, Paul.
Oh, Lydia Ko, fantastic. She was in the clubhouse 2 shots back off that. She was a clubhouse leader, 2 shots back of both Nellie Corder and Lexi Thompson. And Nellie and Lexi had 2 holes to play. So you think she's no chance.
Just both
of these girls are not going to be 2 over for the final 2 holes. And
lol.
Wow. Nellie Corder triple bogeys the 17th. Her double bogey putt was a foot, if that. And she missed and lipped it out. She did go on to birdie the 72nd hole, though. And then, I feel for Lexi. Her putting on the 18th was just, it wasn't a gimme, but crikey. She bogeyed the 17th, bogeyed the 18th. So we had a 4-way playoff. And basically what happened was, I think it was Say Young Kim and Lydia both put it over the back of the green. Lexi put it almost in exactly the same position she had on the 72nd hole, as did Nellie Corder. Nellie sunk her putt. And Lexi, once again, oh, wow. It was hard to watch, to be fair. Hard to watch.
Just pulling up Lexi's stats for her career. 11 victories, 76 top 10s. You have to wonder how many of those top 10s are 2s or 3s, and she's chucked it away on the last day with her putting.
Now, was she the golfer who she didn't replace her ball in exactly the same spot on the green, and it was picked up by a viewer at home who then contacted the officials?
And in a major recently, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 years ago in a major, and they actually changed the rule after that. I think that viewers can't now call in and have an effect on the outcome of a match. I'm pretty sure it was her. I don't know if since then it's sort of always been playing on her mind, sort of. But her putting, her short putting, really, when you're in the clutch, really does seem to struggle.
She's ranked. This tells a story for you. She's ranked first in greens in regulation, 88th in putts per green in regulation, and 138th in putting average.
Yeah.
Wow. You could just tell in that playoff hole once Corder drained hers, like Lexi, she just didn't even look like she was going to get near it, really, was she? Like,
in regulation, she let that putt go under the cup, and then when Nellie drained her putt, she just, as you say, smashed it through the break straight over the top of it.
With the other side.
It was never a chance.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed was she was putting with the glove on. Was that she usually do that, or was that nerves? Or
no, that's her.
Yeah, you think if you're an outlier in terms of a really bad putter, you'd be going towards having more feel, or following what all the good putters do, which is basically take their glove off. Couldn't quite sort of understand that.
Do either of you putt with your glove on?
I do.
Oh, yuck.
No, unless I'm in the fringe, sometimes I'll just leave it on half the time because I can't be bothered taking it off. And you'll find me putting from the fringe a little bit because my chipping and pitching is pretty dicey. But glove off on the green, 100%.
She could use that app you guys were talking about a few weeks ago.
Draw more circles.
That's the one.
Circles. Well, they get their stats done for them.
She's got the stats
she needs
there.
to pay for it. I'm looking at her stats here. You've got them.
Maybe if it was on her phone, it would help. I don't know.
Yeah, LPGA.com.
Yeah.
Prayers for Lex. She's only 26.
Yeah.
She's been around for a long time.
She has been.
Very good golfer, though. Would kick all of our asses. Probably in a scramble, too.
Easy.
touching on just sticking with the LPGA. Where's it gone? Last tournament this week, the race to the CME Globe, the Tour Championship, and it's essentially a 3-horse race. Wow. Between Jin Young Ko at the top, Nelly Quarter, 100 points behind, and then Lydia, 765 points behind, and then Patty Tavatanik at almost 1,200 points behind. So those three, I don't know how many points you get for winning this week, but I imagine it's those three are the favourites. In terms of the tournament itself, I have the odds here. Jin Young Ko 550. I'm guessing this is to.
This is for the tournament
take
itself,
out the whole.
or is this for the whole thing?
I don't know. Oh, it says outright winner.
Is it staggered like the men's?
No,
in terms of the
surely.
starting
Is it?
No. Oh, this must be the tournament itself because Patty Tavatanik is $26 to win. And yeah, but anyway, Jin Young Ko 550, Nelly Quarter 650, Lids $8. Be very hard pressed to be looking elsewhere from those three.
There's a lot of cream at the top there.
Yeah. Lexi $19. Give me
Nelly
top
Quarter.
10. Nelly?
Yeah. You take into the fact that in that race, like her Olympic gold medal sort of doesn't qualify for that. So overall, her form might be better than the others. I don't know what she's done this season. Coming off a win.
She's had both her and Jin Young Ko have had 4 wins each. But then, like you say, you add the Olympics into that. That's 5 for Nelly. Whereas Lids has only had 1 win.
What sort of, where the standings need to be in order for there to be a shift? Like, if Quarter wins, is that enough for her to take it, or does she need?
What
I would imagine so, only being 100 points behind.
So she wins, and Jin needs to finish outside the top 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
We might have to come back to that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we should be doing.
It's
this
very hard to
research.
see anyone outside of either Jin Young Ko or Nelly Quarter picking it up. Even Lydia, I think, is just a wee bit too far back.
Yeah, she would probably need to win, and the other two
Maybe miss the
top
cap.
20 or top. Yeah. Anyway, Stephen Elker,
How good.
solo second.
He's like a bottle of Grand Cru Givry Chambertin. He's just the older he gets, the better he gets. Fair dinkum. This is just a great story.
It is. It's outstanding. He's biding his time until he turned 50.
I think you may even be stretching it to say he was a bit of a journeyman on the PGA Tour.
He was a battler.
Yeah, but he's found his spot, and he's playing against. Look, Phil Mickelson won the tournament. He's playing against former major winners. They're all up there around him. Darren Clark was up there. Jim Furyk.
Isn't he? Phil's a current major holder. Yeah, Furyk, Penny Els.
Look, he went 4 under in the final day to finish solo second. And if you look at the leaderboard, he probably underperformed. Phil went 6 under, David Tom 6 under, Darren Clark 7 under. There's a few 8 unders, a few 7s. So, he was really had a chance to go back to back there. But I dare say he will be absolutely chuffed with finishing second, going from a Monday qualifier when he first
got on
the
the Champions Tour, yes,
to now having earned over more than $1 million in 7 starts. You'd be pretty happy.
Very, very happy. He's probably going to make more on the Champions Tour than he
already has.
Already?
We touched on that last week.
Is that right?
Obviously, you didn't listen to last week's pod.
Like I said, I was helping Tom and his team out.
Speaking of money on the Champions Tour, the winner of the week, Phil Mickelson, 6th start on the Champions Tour, his 4th win, That is absolutely absurd.
That's crazy.
But I've got his earnings. They're obviously not playing for a lot on the Champions Tour. It's
No.
only 3 rounds normally.
Which I think just goes to show how much of a battler Alka was on the PGA Tour,
Exactly.
that he has now surpassed his earnings.
Yeah.
How long? He would have been on that tour for 20 years?
Yeah, and then so.
Well, you know,
between that, the
but
Corn
that
Ferry
and the Corn
Tour,
Ferry, or the, what was it, the .com back then in those days? Yeah.
But so Phil, in his 6 starts, has earned $1.5 million. He probably got that and more for the PGA alone.
Yep.
But per start, 252 grand. Per round, just under 80 grand. Per hole, just under $4,500. And just on $1,200 per shot.
That's supermodel status.
It's not bad, is it, Tom?
Yeah, I'd be making a lot of money if I was making $1,200 per shot. That's for sure.
The only time you want a big number next to your per shot.
Yeah.
And the man who won the tour, the money list, whatever it's called on the Champions Tour, Bernard Lange. He won for about the 7th or 8th time.
Yeah. I reckon he's just a step above in terms of his professionalism and stuff on tour there, eh? Like, I think a few of those guys sort of go there and relax a bit, but it sounds like he's as fit and strong as sort of can be at that age.
I've got some numbers here that might blow your mind.
He doesn't look any different from when he was playing on the PGA Tour, really, does he? Apart from the hair, maybe. The body and the swing just look exactly the same.
He's 64 and he shot 63 the other day. So he's beating his age mid-60s, which is ridiculous. But listen to this. Before he turned 50, this is on European Tour. He's had 42 wins with 2 majors. Since turning 50 on the Champions Tour, he's had 42 wins with 11 majors.
That
is unreal.
That's sensational.
84 career wins. That's up there with the best of them.
He's efficient.
Very efficient. Do you reckon? I was listening to another podcast this week, and they were with Justin Thomas, and they were talking about Tiger and Tiger coming back. Do you reckon he has a crack at coming back and playing? Potentially on the Champions Tour. Like I can't see that any way that Tiger Woods would have played the Champions Tour if he didn't get injured. But I reckon if he comes back, can't quite keep up with the boys on the PGA Tour, he might just say, still want to have a bit of fun and go play a few rounds on the Champions Tour. It seems like he's changed his demeanor in the last few years, and he's.
I think he only does that if he can contend on the Champions Tour.
Yeah.
If the game just isn't there, I don't think he just turns up and has a swing. So he has to contend. But I do agree. I think there were no plans 10 years ago. I think once he finished on the PGA, that was going to be it. So, yeah, things have changed slightly since then. And I do agree. If he can still sort of contend with the old boys on the Champions Tour, I think we will see him turn up.
What do you reckon, Tom? If Stephen Alkin can get a win, no disrespect to Stephen.
Wow.
But surely Tiger on one leg can compete.
I'll tell you what, you'd probably see the purses go up a little bit on the senior tour if Tiger's playing as well, with the influx of eyeballs and sponsors willing to jump on board. Yeah, I guess it just depends how. I mean, his body before the crash was already pretty stuffed, wasn't it? So just be interesting to see how he can come back, what his health and fitness is like, and whether he's sort of willing to do that. Thinking of Tiger, I mean, doesn't seem as though there's much. I mean, he's got other stuff going on in his life, but he seems to always want to be playing and be winning. Do you know what I mean? He's sort of. I mean, he's addicted to a lot of things, but he's addicted to winning, for sure.
Hey,
so if he can, I think that carrot might be too much to sort of past, especially if he can come and take on Phil as well. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Everyone in the golfing world would love to see it. So, yeah, watch this space. I guess we haven't really heard any more updates about how he's getting on, have we? In
Did
terms
see a
of
video of him
recovery?
walking unassisted the other day, which is a
Okay.
big positive.
I think if there's one tournament he'll definitely be turning up to is that father and son tournament. I think he'd be really, really keen to play with him and Charlie and try and take
It's
out.
only in a few weeks, so I don't know if he'd make this
Not
year's
this one, but I think that's one that he would
Oh, yeah.
always be very, very keen to turn up.
Yeah.
It might get to the stage where Charlie's carrying him, and not the other way around. Although
Tiger's off the short tees.
yeah.
Don't disrespect the cat like that.